one in the world can answer, really. Question number one, out of all the literal references in the Bible, okay? Not the allegoric, every literal country mentioned in the Bible that God deals with in the end times, what are they? No one can tell me they're not Muslim. Every single one of them is a Muslim. I know people can argue over Gog, Magog being Russia.
But wait a second. Where did we get this whole European Union thing?
Well, in the 70s, you know.
The 70s?
Yeah, Hal Lindsey became, you know, and Tim LaHaye, you know, these guys made it popular. So Greece joined as a 10th nation in the European Confederacy. Ah, we got the 10 horns. We got the 10 toes. So then another nation joined, 11, 12, all the way to 2020. Some nations joined the European Union. So you got the Daniel chapter 2 with the statue of Daniel, Nebuchadnezzar's dream, 10 toes. You have a 23, 24 toes, you know. All of them are protruding out of the west. One foot's got 20-some toes, the western leg, and the eastern leg's chopped off. So I go to churches and I speak to pastors and I speak to the congregation and I challenge the pastors, you know. I say, okay, you believe in a revival of a Roman Empire. We're fighting over semantics, really, because when I say the Islamic world, they say, oh, no, it's a revival of a Roman Empire. It can't be the Muslim world. I say, okay, we're fighting over semantics. If the Roman Empire, did it include North Africa? No one can deny it. Yes. What countries included North Africa? Libya, Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, Mauritania. What happened in Libya lately? I've been saying this 15 years. I've been talking about this Arab Spring 15 years ago from the Bible. What happens in Egypt? Will that be part of the Roman Empire? Well, I have to include them. Of course, they're part of the Roman Empire. What about Turkey? Was that part of the Roman Empire? Well, that's the eastern leg. Of course, I have to include it. Okay, so what's left? Europe. Well, we can argue over Europe, but there isn't a single reference in the Bible where God punishes a European nation. Show me where. Rome is mentioned 16 times, some blessing, in fact, to the believers in Rome, but there is no destruction of Rome in the Bible, literally by name. We're going to say Mystery Babylon, that's a whole different question, but there is no little references. Out of all the nations, Messiah fights. Every nation, Messiah fights in the Bible. Every single one of them is Muslim. This is no
okay. So let's take a look at a little different paradigm. What do you believe the mark of the beast 666 is?
Well, we have to understand from the book of Revelation in chapter 13, the mark is the number of his name. We have to think of the name of the beast. People in the West think name of the beast. What would it be? In the foreheads of the followers of the Antichrist, it might say something like Hillary Rodham Clinton or some name.
No, don't say that.
No, it's not a literal name. It has nothing to do with a literal Western name. You know, look at the Messiah. We interpret the Bible from the Bible. The Messiah's name, what is his name? His name shall be called Emmanuel, which is what? God with us.
Right.
His name is not Emmanuel. He's not Mexican. He is from Bethlehem. His name shall be called Emmanuel, which is God with us. This God with us is what? A title. It's our what? A creed. Our creed is what? God with us. Only one faith in the world has God with us. In the same essence, the name of the beast. What is it? The creed of the beast. They have a creed. The kingdom of the Antichrist has a creed. It's a blasphemous creed.
What is it?
The major creed of Islam is what? I declare there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. America, you want peace with Islam, you all must recite there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. Will you be willing to recite this, Sid? Of course not. Why? Number one, you're an American. No one tells you what to do. Number two, who is Allah? You know, that is not the God of the Bible.
So you believe the mark of the beast is the creed?
The creed. If you look at the movie The Kingdom of Heaven, let's say, go watch the movie. The Kingdom of Heaven. Watch Saladin. Saladin was that figure, the Muslim guy who was fighting against the Crusades. Right. Look at him sitting in the tent. What does he have around his arm? He has around his arm, Bismillah, in the name of Allah.
Yeah, but it talks about the forehead, too.
And the forehead as well.
The bandana around the Palestinians?
Absolutely. Not just Palestinians. Turks, Muslims in Africa.
But what's the mark on the bandana?
It says there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. It says in the name of Allah sometimes, Bismillah. If you look at that movie I mentioned, on the right arm is Bismillah.
And what does 666 mean?
Well, if you look at the Greek, there's three Greek letters. No one can deny they're Greek. But they also For some miraculous reason, supernatural reason that I cannot fathom, it also reads in the Arabic language. In fact, none of my detractors denied that it does say Bismillah in the Greek letters.
Which means?
In the name of Allah.
So 666, the mark of the beast,
Yes.
is on the forehead or the arm, the name of Allah.
In the Greek, it reads it that way.
Wait till you find out what he has to say in the Bible.